Hey everybody, it's Callum and welcome back to another episode of The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening. In the last episode, we met up with Prince Richard and he told us to grab 5 golden leaves in order to access Pothole Fields, in which we talked to that owl statue down there and got the key to the slime dungeon, which we are going to be doing today. And welcome to Key Cavern, not the slime dungeon. Can't do that yet. Throw a pot at the door, which we learned in Canalit Castle, not Canalave, that is a Pokemon city. And grab as many bombs as we can. That obviously means we're going to be needing bombs, so let's just throw them on our Y button. Hit you and ow! Well, at least we did all of that. Also, I will show it at one point. Got a small key there. With chests like that, a lot of people in Zelda games, including myself, often try to stand where the chest is going to be. Could have done it there as well. In this game, you just kind of walk out. You kind of just walk out the way of the chest and stand in front of it instead. Sometimes you'll be on top of it in like Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask, or sometimes you'll clip through it. I can't remember if there's really any game that lets you clip through that, but whatever. We cannot get what's in here quite yet, so there's no point in even tackling those Stalfos. Are they? They're not Stalfos. I keep calling them Stalfos. They're not, because the guys with the cloaks, those are Stalfos. Weird. And we have a key, which we can use on either one of these doors. I'm gonna go down first. You. Those things, they just disappear, as you can see, when you go to hit them. They're not fun, like, at all. They become much easier to defeat later on when you have some specific items, but until that point, just hit them with a pot. There has to be something in this other pot. A bomb. Okay. Yeah, bombs are another way you can defeat them, but obviously they use up a resource, and that's not always the best thing. I'm gonna go back here next, and we have another one of those things, of course. This time, though, we actually do have a bomb to get them. But it's on a conveyor belt, so hit them and they'll go over to that part of the conveyor belt, which you can just throw a bomb next to them. Doesn't kill them straight away like the pots do, but yeah, that's fine. Go up the stairs. Okay. Here's a place where I think I can stay on the... Yes. If it's key, though, it just falls on top of you and then you collect it immediately. I thought that was going to be a chest. Okay, got more of these Stalfos. Like, these are Stalfos. So what are the other things? Like, my whole life I've gone thinking... Well, actually, Stalfos changes from game to game now that I think about it even more. Like, there's a boss in this game, which essentially is what a Stalfos always is in other Zelda games. So I actually don't know. Here we can see we have some of these, what I'm just going to keep calling Stalfos, because I have no other thing to call them other than skeletons, but that's kind of boring and that's not how Zelda do. And we have an arrow. I wonder what that means. Yeah, you can blow a hole in the wall and then subsequently this wall. And that just creates a shortcut back here. No real reason. But it's there. Got a garden acorn. These bombs are a little different to the ones we saw in the opening of the dungeon. They count down from 3 once you hit them, and then they blow up. Got a chest here with the compass. Okay. We don't have the map though, so the compass is kind of useless to us at this point. But for now, it's at least good to know that there are chests in certain locations. For instance, that chest up there is the only one on the screen, so the compass chime, so it must have a small key. I like that feature. It's definitely an improvement from the original. And also, if you're speedrunning the game, it kind of just gives you a little bit of a... Or if you're at least practicing speedrunning, because if you're speedrunning, you obviously know a route that you're going to be taking, but if you're practicing speedrunning, it kind of makes it a little bit more obvious as to what you should be prioritizing. We cannot do this right now. That's purely because we need bombs for it, and we don't have enough. We need at least 6 bombs. So instead, we're going to be going this way. And we can't do this either because we need bombs. So, we'll just go on to this room. Ow. Frickin' dick. And that spawns something up there. Which we can't get to right now. On the right side... On the bright side, we have bombs here. So we can... Okay. That's just downright mean. But we have bombs now, so we can tackle those 2 extra things. Something down there. And this just shows us that down there is actually a secret for us. Probably be better if I did it from here. Yeah, there we go. Obviously, we can always do the check of tapping on the wall with our sword and seeing if it makes a hollow noise and all that jazz, but it's a little bit more satisfying to find it and then, you know, do the thing. Because then it's just trial and error on, like, every single wall that you encounter. Oh, come on. All of these guys are back, so... That means these bombs that are in here are back, or bomb, I think there's only one. Yep. That's all back. And I'm gonna go this way, because I can now actually do this. These things eat bombs. 3 of them will kill them, and these are... I think they're just called Dodongo worms. Or something like that. They're based off of the Dodongo, which is a very common Zelda enemy. Oops. They're fairly easy to predict the pattern of, but... yeah. They'll spawn a fairy every time they die, and... yeah. No. Too bad. That creates a halfway point for us, which means we're actually doing fairly well, and this is going by quicker than I thought, and that's not always good. Push these out the way, and we now have the Pegasus boots. This is the result of one of the most adorable animations, where Link skitters his feet and then runs. But it's also this dungeon's main item. and creates a lot of possibilities for us. One of which, or two of which, sorry, are right at the beginning. This thing repulses us, but if you can charge into it at a high speed, you can get right through and get another small key. Also, the sound is adorable. But yeah, this now gives me a good talking point for one of the major improvements on this game compared to its original, which I am all in favor for. And I would like more Zelda games to do it. This game has all of these items. Like, you've got your power bracelet that lifts things, you've got your Pegasus boots that... Ow. You got your Pegasus boots that run at high speeds, you've got your sword which slashes, and you've got your shield which blocks. All four of these items had to be mapped to either the X or Y button, as we have here, or the A and B button in the original, because the Game Boy only had 2 buttons, which means you'd constantly have to switch out between your sword, your shield, your Pegasus boots, your Roc's Feather, your power bracelet, your bombs, your shovel, everything. But now, they are all one. And it's actually super helpful, because I have not recalled a time where I've had to take the Roc's Feather, like, had to actually take the Roc's Feather off of my X button, and I've kept it there the entire game. And if I can jump all the time, that makes me a happy boy. I like using the Roc's Feather. Go away! But yeah, the Pegasus boots are super fun, super versatile, they can do a lot of things. One of which is being combined with the Roc's Feather to jump over even larger gaps. And that allows us to get the Nightmare Key. I mean, we're not going to get the Nightmare right away. There's still quite a bit of exploring to do. But yeah, it's just... when you have the opportunity to combine, like, your items and everything like that, it's just... why would you have them all have to be mapped to these buttons? It's just a logical step forward that I'm glad was implemented into this game. And it, other Zelda games that had these kinds of limitations would really improve from these kinds of things too, like the Oracle games, and those games really need a remake too. I mean, in this style it would work too. Just need some tweaking and improvement in them, because they are actually larger games, which means there'd be more walking, and the walking speed would definitely need to be increased, because this is way too damn slow anyway. So we can go to the Nightmare immediately, but what I'm going to be doing is showing that you can kill them using your Pegasus boots. And there drops another small key. There's I was about to say there's nothing else on this floor. There is. There is something else on this floor. Well, there's a lot of other things on this floor. But I meant there's nothing that I really want to be focusing on right now. Also, one thing I didn't know until experimenting a little while ago is... ow. You can hold your shield up and then use the Pegasus boots to just charge forward with your shield. That's so cool. Like, I didn't know you could do that. I mean, I assumed you can do it in the original because you have to, have those items separately and stuff, but I don't know, it's just pretty cool. So there's nothing around that bottom door. So let's just go this way. We still haven't got the dungeon map yet. For this one, oh, okay. For this one, you can't really dash into them. I mean, actually, can you? No, that doesn't work. I thought that would work, but it doesn't. Instead, you just have to throw your bombs over and blow them up. If you can get them into a similar position like that, you can get 2 for the price of 1. And we now have 4 small keys and a nightmare key at our disposal. This is one of the few dungeons I believe you can finish without using all of your small keys, and you can have some left over. I don't think that does anything, but it's definitely something to keep note of. We also haven't encountered the stone beak yet, which is actually kind of odd. But we'll hit that color switch, and then go back upstairs to find that we can grab this chest, and this is going to be the stone beak. Yep. That is, in fact, a stone beak. Cool. Anyway. Hold up. Yep, I remembered. There's another chest in here which you can grab now that the switch has been flicked. Just kill you. And grab the dungeon map. Finally. Even though, as you can see, it is quite literally the last thing we needed to grab. Get here, Jesus. So, now you can see that all we have left is to use 4 small keys. And that'll take us somewhere else in the dungeon. And I think you know where it's going to take us. So to save us walking all the way back, we can actually take that warp. I'm just going to grab a bunch of bombs first. Not because bombs are useful in the boss, just because I want them. And we're going to take this warp. We're going to go back down this way. And use small key. After small key. After small key. After small key. Now there's no way across but to bash into the rock dude with your Pegasus boots. And also, that jumping is coming in handy again. But yeah, you can blow up these things, which are shown to be like rubbery balloons. But in the original game, when you break them using the Pegasus boots, they are clearly rocks. Of some kind, at least. I don't know, it's weird. Get those hearts, get that rupee. We're at 500 rupees. Dang. Ow. And apparently there is something in here, apparently a key, because the compass chimed. Unless it just means there's... No? Did the compass not... Am I hearing things? Did the compass not chime? Oh, it did. And we get a small key. We don't... Huh? We don't need a small key anywhere. Why did we... Okay... That's really weird. Why did we get a small key? Strange. Neener, neener, you can't find me. We really can. It's not invisible. Charge into the wall, and you'll see that the sky is white. We have the boss Slime Eye. Hit him in the eye. And here you see that he splits open in the middle, which you can take advantage of by using your Pegasus boots to split him in twain. Whack him in the eye a couple times. Wait for him to fall down. Jump when he falls, or else you'll be stunned. And there you go. Pretty simple boss fight. And here we have our 7th heart. And we still have a small key, I'm not sure why. But we also have our 3rd instrument. The Sea Lily's Bell. Waterfall. It is hidden in the waterfall. How many instruments have you gotten so far? When you play the instruments in front of the egg, the windfish will wake, and you will leave this island. Now you must hasten to the Yarna Desert. The dark, monstrous inhabitants of the sand will show you the way. And next time on The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening, we're going to be doing just that. Thank you all so much for watching, and in the next episode, well, I already said what we're going to be doing in the next episode. This is kind of a redundant statement. Thank you all so much for watching, and goodbye.